name is Kat, and today I'm hauling books. What a shocker. I have quite a few books to share with you guys today, so let's just jump in and get started. As per usual, we're kicking things off with the BOOKSPLOSION book of the month for September, which is SEAFIRE by Natalie C Parker. We're working with Penguin Random House on this one, and I'll go ahead and put all of the relevant info down in the description in case you're interested in joining us for this read-along. This book is a brand new release. It just came out on Tuesday, and it is the first in what is going to be a trilogy. In this book, we are following Caledonia, who is the captain of an all-female pirate crew that is sailing the seas and just trying to stay alive and survive and also get revenge against this evil warlord. The story has been compared to Wonder Woman and Mad Max Fury Road, and I am so here for that. So yeah, it sounds like an awesome, feminist, kick-ass kind of book, and I am very much looking forward to reading it next month. Next up, I have here P.S. I Still Love You and Always and Forever, Laura Jean, both by Jenny Han. And of course, these are the second and third books in the To All the Boys I've Loved Before trilogy. I don't know if the trilogy has a catchier name than that. The Laura Jean trilogy, maybe? I don't know. All I know is I read To All the Boys I've Loved Before, and I watched the movie, and I adored both of them so much. Like, the book was fantastic, and the movie was adorable, and I've watched it 5 times already because I am obsessed. But I haven't yet read either of these books, so fake fan. I need to read these. And if Netflix doesn't make movies for these 2 books, I'm gonna have to fight them. I'm gonna have to throw some hands. The next book that I have here has a little bit of a backstory. Some of you may know that Hank Green has a book coming out next month, and it is one of my most anticipated of the year. I'm very excited for it. And a couple weeks ago, he revealed the end pages for his book, which is like the design on the inside cover. And they're like the coolest end pages I've ever seen, and I tweeted that out. And the artist got in touch with me and was like, hey, I have a coffee table art book. Would you like a copy? And I was like, oh my god, yes, please, thank you. I love your art. That would be amazing. So the artist, Mark Hal, sent me this gorgeous book. I flipped through it a little bit, and it is just amazing. Like, I love his art style. He does such interesting things with text and pictures, and I love this. Thank you again, Jason, for reaching out and sending me this amazing book. The next book that I have here is Nothing Left to Burn by Heather Azell, and I received this from the author herself. She also sent me a very sweet note, so thank you so much, Heather, for sending this my way. This is a contemporary debut novel that came out earlier this year, and it's about a teenage girl who has to evacuate because of an enormous wildfire. This book feels especially relevant to me as a Californian, and also my town is still kind of smoky and ashy because the largest wildfire in California state history was just like 2 miles away from my apartment. So yeah, this just sounds like a really fascinating and gripping read. I believe it mostly takes place over about 24 hours, but there are flashbacks as well. And I love fast books like that. So I am very interested in reading this. The next book that I have here is The Fifth Season by N.K. Jemisin. This is the first book in a trilogy, and when it came out in 2016, it won the Hugo Award for that year. Then in 2017, the sequel won the Hugo for that year. And in 2018, the third book in the trilogy won the Hugo for this year. And that has never happened before. Like, never before has one author in one trilogy won 3 consecutive Hugo Awards for like each of the books. That's wild. So yeah, that definitely caught my attention. And also, just everyone I've heard talk about this book has had nothing but good things to say. So I had to go and buy a copy of book 1, and I'm excited to read it. And we'll probably be buying books 2 and 3 very soon here, because I feel like I want to read them all together, and I feel like I'm gonna love them. Next up, I have a book that I received from Harper that I wasn't expecting, so it was a lovely surprise to find Two Dark Reins by Kendara Blake in my mailbox. This is the third book in the Three Dark Crowns series, which I started reading earlier this year, and I just love. This actually isn't out for another week or so. I got it a little bit early, and I am just itching to jump into this and see how all my queens are doing. I am particularly interested in the fate of Queen Katarine, for reasons you would know if you watched the unboxing video I did for this series earlier this year. Go watch it, I'll link it below. But yeah, third book in the Three Dark Crowns series. I believe there's going to be 4 total, so we do still have a while to wait for that finale, but I am so hyped for this installment because the series is so complex and awesome and just gets better with each new book in the series. So hyped for this. Next up, I have 2 books that I received from Scholastic. The first being City of Ghosts by Victoria Schwab. I already have an arc of this book, but Scholastic was kind enough to send me a finished copy. This is the first book in a middle grade series. I don't know how many books are going to be in the series total. There's at least 2 because I follow Victoria on Twitter and she's working on the sequel. This first book in the series takes place in Scotland, and we are following a young girl who can see ghosts, and she's just trying to learn more about this gift. And honestly, I will devour anything Victoria Schwab writes. So yeah, real excited for this. Also from Scholastic, I got a finished copy of Imposters by Scott Westerfeld. This is the first book in a new series that is set in the same world as Uglies, which I am so here for. I loved the Uglies trilogy, and I loved the companion novel to that trilogy, Extras. All those books were fantastic. I mean, I love all Scott Westerfeld's books, he's awesome. But a new companion series in the same world as Uglies, oh my gosh, I am so stoked for this, and I cannot wait to see what Scott has in store for us in this new series in the old world. Very excited for this. And next up, I have here Scythe and Thunderhead by Neil Shusterman. Everyone on BookTube was going nuts for these earlier in the year. And I actually already bought both of these in audiobook format because Christine said the audiobooks were fantastic, and I trust her judgment. But when I saw the books for really cheap on Book Outlet, I had to go ahead and pick up the physical copies. They were $7 a piece, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna love them because everyone whose reading tastes I mesh with, they've loved these books. So yeah, excited to finally jump on this bandwagon. And finally, I have here the Magicians Trilogy by Lev Grossman. This is an adult portal fantasy kind of series that I've been interested in reading for a very long time, but I never picked up the books. But when I was shopping on Book Outlet for the Scythe books, these were on sale as well, so I picked up the trilogy. I love portal fantasy. It never gets old to me. I'll never get tired of portal fantasy. And I've been wanting to read this and also wanting to watch the TV series adaptation, but I want to read the books first. So yeah, whole trilogy was on sale. I picked it up. I'm excited to check it out. All right, that is it. Those are all of the books I had to haul for this video today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you have a wonderful night, and I will have another video up eventually. So I will see you then. Bye!